It's pigeon time. There they are, look. Getting excited already. Look. Who's that? Mr. Redring, I think. Yeah, they do recognise me as Angel. Perky. Shy one. And new one. Right, get my pigeon nuts out. Hooray! Where are they? So they're hungry. Mr. Redring's hungry. Where's your wife gone? So it's nice and early today. I do like getting here early actually. Here's Mrs. Redring now. Here's the other pigeons coming in. Here's cat pigeon and bat pigeon. Look at him. Look there, he's just perching on top of her. Look. Oh, I'd love to be a pigeon. They're free, aren't they? You know, but I'm quite happy being a human being too, to be honest with you, you know. Cat pigeon and bat pigeon. So you're not interested in any food, are you, bat pigeon? Just wants to come down chasing around. Cat pigeon gets really annoyed. Stop it. Dancing. So, yeah, freedom. What is freedom? I mean, some people have got lots and lots of money, yeah? They're really rich, but they're tied up every day. You know, so they can't be free. They still got to go to work every day, or, you know, because otherwise, you know, they're just tied up in life. Some people are. You know, so, I mean, I kind of know what freedom is, really, you know, because we've all got the freedom to dream, and we've all got freedom to hate what we want as well. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we've got the freedom to be angry if you want, all day long if you want. Or you've got the freedom to be happy if you want. Yeah, Mr. Redring wants everything. He's a bit like he's like a bit like royalty. Mr. Redring, he likes to have a high plate for himself, you know. The royal pigeon. The royal pigeons. So yeah, what is freedom? There's the dogs. Look at those dogs there. Are children free? They got to go to school every day, haven't they? They got to keep doing things every day, you know. Freedom, I think, is enjoying yourself. I think, you know, being happy and being free with time, and, you know, kind of like in a way working for yourself, basically, you know, not working for somebody else. You're not free when you're working for somebody else, are you? You know, but some people have to work for other people to try to get out of that situation, I suppose. Do you know what I mean? We're not all born silver spoons, are we, in this world, unfortunately? You know, but I'm glad, but be honest with you, I'm glad I wasn't born a silver spoon, because it's like having everything on a plate for you, do you know what I mean, given to you, and you're a bit spoiled in life, you know. I mean, money does help. I mean, if you've got a lot of money, you can even make a movie up if you want. Do you know what I mean? Money does help you, I suppose, enjoy life a little bit more, you know, where you can, I mean, when you've got a lot of money and you're a bit poor, you're tied up to one place, I think, let's put it that way. Where when you you've got a bit more money, you can travel because you can afford to do so, you know. Oh, look, he's happy. This is Red Ring. She's like a princess. And Mr. Red Ring's like a king. I think he's the leader of the pack. Mr. Red Ring. He's definitely more confident. You know, he comes up on me sometimes. So does Mrs. Red Ring actually. There's odd in that. Now I do have to. What I want to do in the future really is sort of buy different seeds and things and do different tests on them. You know, I've got to buy some more nuts and I want to buy some walnuts. Look at that ant again. See that little tiny ant? Might get trodden on again. I noticed a pigeon treading on an ant. There's a couple of ants there. Look, look, there's tails brushing on the floor like that. Look, Mr. Red Ring's going for it. See, like a princess. But you know, like even if you're king or queen, you know, sometimes you can't be free in life, you know, because you've got so many commitments, you know, or so many problems, if you ask me. You know, you get good kings and bad kings. And good queens and bad queens, basically, do you know what I mean? It depends on their personality and their knowledge and how they got there. Were they corrupted to get their positions, you know? Did they kill a lot of people to get their powers, you know? That's a bad king, I think, you know. And let's say freedom, you know, I think you know, even if you're locked up in prison, you still got the freedom to dream. And you've got the freedom to be angry if you want. You know, I've got freedom to hate all the birds if I want, you know what I mean? That's freedom, I think, you know, and I've got oh look, he's becking on that little one, shy one. So I actually, you know, I've worked quite hard in my life, like I've said previously. I've had a number of jobs all my life. I mean, when I first left school, I went into catering, believe it or not, and I used to be on one of these motorway cafes, and I used to do catering basically, and food. I think I'd done that for 2 years, and then I moved into the building trade, and I went to college to learn different, like how to lay bricks, woodwork and metalwork, whatever. It was a construction course, and then I went into building for 15 years of my life, I think, maybe a bit more, working for different building trades. I enjoyed it, you know, I learned a lot really about different, even electronics and electrics I know quite a lot about because I've studied it, whatever, you know, I did a course about it, you know, I like learning about electronics and electrics. I did that when I was a bit younger, and then I worked on the ships as well when I was younger. That was before building, to be honest with you, or sort of in a mixture, and I worked on the ships for 3 years. That was a good job. And then I went into removals. I've worked in a factory for 3 years, you know, so I've done a number of jobs all my life, you know, so I know what it's like. In the factory I used to use a clock machine, you know, and it used to be, you know, like if you're a minute late, you know, whatever, you know, it's just so petty, a whole lot of it, and it's just so, you feel like a chicken, to be honest with you, in a cage. And, you know, that's what I felt like anyway. I was glad that job was over, anyway. You know, and then I went into removals and I went all around Europe, you know, I even went to the Netherlands and done a lovely removal. And, you know, and I lived in Canary Wharf for 1.25 years on a very, very beautiful boat. And I took my children there for a few holidays, whatever, but I went through divorce, you know, and that was horrible. That's why I moved to Canary Wharf, because I met a billionaire family, and I was very lucky. That was 15 years back, you know. And then when he sold the boat, I've managed to get a house near my children again, you know, and it's been very difficult actually. You know, it's been a long story because I've had problems seeing my children, you know, with my wife meeting somebody else, and it's been a bit horrible really for me, you know, but what I'm trying to say is that I retired, I think, 7 years ago, and I'm enjoying life a lot more now because I feel like I'm free. They stay behind. Just feel freer in life, you know, because I'm free. You know, maybe later on I might go to a different city today. Actually, I'm thinking about it anyway, and going to Boscombe or something, a place called Boscombe or Bournemouth, you know, or I might go to Southampton. I'm thinking about going to Southampton tomorrow. But freedom, you know. But so I mean, I ain't got, you know, I'm not a millionaire or anything. Okay, I never have been. I've always been pretty struggling, to be honest with you. You know, I've lost houses and things, you know. What I worked 13 years for, you know, with my wife when I was married to her, and I lost it. And so I had to start again. So I've always been poor, a little bit, you know, struggling with money. But I'm happy. You know, I'm not... I think sometimes when you get a lot of money, it can cause a lot of problems, let's put it that way, if you're not too intelligent about it, you know. I'd love a lot of money, but at the same time I wouldn't want anyone to know about it all, do you know what I mean? If I did come into a lot of money, and you've got to be sensible about money, because money can be dangerous. If you get a lot of money, you can, you know, practically, like, I mean, say you like drugs or something, or drink, and you come into a lot of money, you're probably going to buy more drugs and drink. You see what I mean? And people tend, you know, so you might end up losing your life because you come into a lot of money, do you know what I mean? But as long as you keep yourself healthy and be generous, I think, you know, I'd be happy, do you know what I mean? I don't really want a lot in the house, in life, you know what I mean? I'm not one of these people that want 5 cars or even 1 car. And I don't want a big house either. In a kind of way, I enjoy being homeless. You know, I'm not homeless, I've got a nice home today, but it doesn't bother me. Sometimes I feel like a home is a bit of a commitment, let's put it that way. You've got to keep it clean and paint it and things, you know, and it's hard work, but in a way it's nice having a little base, isn't it? So you can wash yourself, you know, in private and things. But I don't really want too much in life, you know, I'm happy with what I've got. And that's it, you've got to appreciate what you've got, whatever it is, because some people haven't got anything, or nothing. And, you know, love who you are, which is important, I think. So, I've enjoyed Pigeons today. I've chatted a little bit about freedom. What is freedom, you know? Freedom to love everything. You've got the freedom to hate everything. You've got the freedom to love every star, every tree, you know? You've got the freedom to... I mean, hate is it's like a dagger in you know, you're killing yourself, basically. You know, if you hate one thing, you know, like say if you hated something so much today, it'd ruin your day. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to control your thoughts as well, I think. You know, but I'm looking forward to the future because I know that I'm free in life, you know, and all the bad stuff is, you know, my divorce and all that, that's behind me now, and I can get on with life, you know. To be honest with you, I'm very happy, much happier not living with my wife anymore because she was hard work. She was lovely, you know, and we had a good time, but at the end of the day she was hard work. She was spoiled and she was deaf as well, hard of hearing, and that was a problem to me. But, you know, that was the past, you know, and it's all gone now. I was in love with her, and I loved her for a long time and did everything for her, but then she met somebody else, and it kind of twisted my life right round because of it, you know. But that's what people do, you know. You know, I'm not saying I was perfect in the marriage, because I wasn't, you know. I mean, I never used to do my washing back then, you know, and I wish I did. So, you know, you know, that's another thing about freedom. You've got to learn to be independent and not rely on anyone else with cooking or anything. So, you know, I think the only time you're free in life is when the first 5 years of your life. Yeah, beautiful, isn't she, that pigeon there? So they're all gone now, apart from this one and that one over there. But what a beautiful pigeon. She is lovely, isn't she, Mrs. Gray? Oh, that's Mr. Red Ring, still here. Keeping an eye on things. So I love being free, you know, and I might even go, like I said, to different towns today and feed pigeons today in different towns, you know, I'm free. That's what I love about my life now, you know, I'm free. It's like they're putting scaffolding up there at the moment. They're making lots of noise, you know. So I'm going to go home in a minute and have a lovely day. And then I know I might sort of get buy some more pigeon nuts and go somewhere else today, do you know what I mean? And just enjoy the day today. That's all I want to do, is be happy, and if I like fall over, I'm going to laugh about it. And if it rains, I'm going to laugh about it. And you're free to enjoy the weather if you want, if it rains. I love thunder and lightning, you know. I love it. And pigeons love it too, don't you? You love thunder and lightning. See, they're free, aren't they, pigeons? Right, that's it from me. Have a good day. I've got to go. And love all birds, because they're important.